while you have created a new role, that means we have more than three basic roles because we have added a new role. That means we have four roles at the moment. We have the anonymous user. If we go back to people, then permissions, then roles. We have anonymous user, we have the authenticated user, we have the editor, and we have the administrator. Now, supposing we want to give them different permissions, we want administrator to be able to do anything on the website, can delete user, can add new user, can edit user's profile, can add content, can delete content, can edit content, everything on the website. So we know that administrators should have access to do all of these. But apart from that, we want to create users who are going to be editors, but we want to give them a limited permission. We only want them to be able to add new content and edit content, but we don't want them to be able to delete content. So what we need to do is to go to the permission section of our website, which we have here, and we can simply scroll down. We have the anonymous user, we have the authenticated user, we have the editor, and we have the administrator. Now, we have to be very careful on the permission page, because if you mistakenly give um, a specific role the permission you don't want to give them, that means they will have access to do what you don't want them to do. Now let's scroll down to the node section. We all know what a node is. A node is a piece of content on your Drupal application, that is an article, a basic page content, or ebook that we have created in the previous video. Now, we want users to be able to add ebook, that is they can create a new content of ebook. Basically, anonymous users shouldn't be able to create content on your website, so by default you have this disabled, which is okay. Then not all authenticated users are allowed to create content. By authenticated user we mean anybody that has logged in on your website. But in our own case, we want editor to be able to add new content to the website. We want them to be able to edit their own content. We also want them to be able to edit any content on the website. So we enable this, but we don't want them to delete any content. Even if they have created a content by themselves, we don't want them to be able to delete their own content. So we leave this as it is. Now let's save this. We have other permissions, we have a lot of them, and the more you extend your Drupal application, the more you add more plugins, the more the permission page increases, and the more you have more functionalities on your permission page. So for now, these are what we have. We have the user permission, we have the toolbar, that means who can use the toolbar. The toolbar is this black region we have at the top of the screen here, where we have the dashboard, content structure. Now if you want the anybody to have access to this toolbar, then you can enable it for that specific role. We have taxonomy, which we have explained. If you want any set of rules to be able to add or delete or edit any taxonomy term, we have a lot of them. Go through them and see the different permissions that are available in the application. Now let's save this. Now that we have saved this permission, we need to create a user and give that user the editor role so that we can test if our permission is working fine. Now I'm going to create a new user. I'm going to call that user editor1. Then let's assign an email to that editor. You can say editor@workshop.com. Good. You'll give it a password. Now we need to assign the editor role for this user, and then I'm going to save this, create a new account. Okay, it says editor@workshop.com is already taken. Oh, let me put S so that at least I just want to save this. This is just test. Create a new account. Good. We have created a new user account, which is editor1, and we have its password. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log out of this account as the administrator. I want to log in again as the editor one. So instead of having to log out, I'll create a new what do I do? Okay, let me log out. Now I have logged out back to the front page of my website. So how do we log in? You can see that there is no login link on the front page. To log into your Drupal website, there is an easier link to go directly to the login page. The link is the link to your website slash user slash login. That means you just need to attach user slash login to the end of the link to your website. Now, so if I click enter, now I have the login page. I'm going to type in editor1 as the username and the password is A. Good, I have logged in successfully. And we can see that the interface is somewhat different from the interface of the main administrator. This is simply because we have not allowed any user to use our own major theme, which is the 7th theme. This theme is the basic theme and all users on our website will use this theme. But if you want a specific set of users to have access to your own major theme, there is a way to do that. We'll show you how to do that in the next video. What we want to show you is that we enable the permission for editor roles to be able to add content. That is why we have add content here. And if I click on add content, we have these feeds that are created. That means you have allowed this user to add a new content. And then this is one of the content we have created. The user can see these contents, and then let me see. Okay, there is one more content that we have created. Yes, ebook. Now if I click on ebook, we can see that this user has the edit function here to edit this ebook, because we have set a permission earlier that users that are assigned to the editor role should be able to edit any ebook content type. So that means this user can click on edit and change these things. However, this user cannot delete this content because we have not given this user the permission to delete content. The only permission given is that the user can create a new content and then the user can edit any content on the website. So that's all for now in this video. In the next video, we're going to show you how to make users of another role have access to your main theme of the website.